Okay, a 2013 Mazda 3 Skyactiv. This car came into us with what appeared to be a misfire. We've run a code scan on it, and what we found was a cylinder 3 high to low side short relating to the fuel injector on cylinder 3. This system it's been used on quite a few Ford based sort of engines. It's actually a bit of a hybrid system, this one. It seems to have some Delphi parts. The injectors themselves are a Continental, which are made by Siemens, and what I'm in the process of doing now is actually testing the control voltages, or I should say the current on the control wires for each of the injectors. So I'm using an inductive current clamp around one of the power feed wires to inject actually number 2, just to see what a known good looks like. Here you can see the pulses of the injector. They happen in sort of 3 phases. There's a pilot injection, there's a main injection, and then there's like like an afterburn injection, really, just to make an efficient burn within the engine. So this is a good injector. Now I've switched the clamp to this grey wire from the purple wire. The grey wire is a power feed to injector number 3, and as you can see here, we have no current flow. As a safety precaution, if the ECU detects an issue with any of the injectors, whether that be mechanical or electrical, it will actually cut power to the injector. It will actually stop the driver in the ECU from powering it up. That's to prevent sort of damage to the cylinder. What you can actually do to test wiring integrity on these systems is clear the fault code, and then actually see whether you get a spike back. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so I'm going to clear this code, this cylinder number 3 code. Back, clear codes, continue, exit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cycle just going to check for codes here. Code cleared. Okay. I'm going to cycle the key. Turn it off. Wait 5 seconds. Turn it back on. Go back into my scanner. Okay. I'm going to remove this, zero the probe. I have it on a 20 amp scale. The scale on the scanner is only a volt because these injectors draw about 7 or 8 amps when they're functioning normally anyway. And then I'm going to get somebody to crank the engine over, and I want to see, what I'm looking for is the return of power to this before the computer recognises that there's a fault. That's it. As you see, the voltage spike came, or the current spike came back very briefly. Now it's gone again. The computer's recognised, okay, you can turn that off. The computer's recognised that there's a fault, and it's cut the driver to it. And if we just go back into our codes menu, we should see exactly the same code again. Oh, I bet he's turned off the ignition on it. Okay. Right, you have to have your ignition on to be able to. Key must be on. And there we go. We have our cylinder 3 fault code back. So for me, that's good enough to warrant actually removing the injector and having it either sent off to be tested or to get a new injector and to code it in. Okay, that's it for now. Bye bye.